Hello everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Coffee Time. My name is Gardner, or Garden Sound if you prefer, and this is Garden Sound 365. This is the show where we talk about music, and we laugh, and we get angry and salty, and we make music, and I write a song every single day for a year. This show is a lot of things. It's not a lot of things, but more importantly, it is more things, I think, than it is not. I had a thought about what is this show, why did I start this show, and the answer is I started this show because I didn't have any other options. What I mean by not having any other options is the gigs were not coming in at a sustainable rate. My music itself was starting to sound very predictable and technically uninteresting. So far, as I was laying in bed last night thinking to myself, what have I done with this project this year? It has been a crazy year, and next season is going to be even better. And so, as you can tell, I'm having a very positive day. With that in mind, let's go do Coffee Time. Coffee Time is a segment on my show where I listen to music that I have not heard before and I react to it. I give it a quick critique, and there's really two rules here with Coffee Time, and they're not like strict rules. I absolutely cannot skip at any point during the song, meaning I can't skip through the song, which means if it's terrible, and some people like to troll me this way, I have to listen to the whole thing. Two, I have to say something nice about the song, no matter what, at the very end. Also, I need to say, yesterday, I put out a call for support. I said I need support on Patreon, I need support by buying my music, and I need you guys to post my links around the internet and help me out. And you know what? It worked. Because I had people buy my music on my website, I had 2 people pledge their support on Patreon, and I gained 30 subscribers. So to those of you who are thinking to yourselves, I can't make a difference, I can't help, you're wrong. Because the people yesterday who did make a difference and did help, it worked. Let's keep this momentum going. Share this today with somebody, because you don't know who's gonna find this interesting. You just don't know. Case in point, we posted this on We Are the Music Makers yesterday, got a lot of hate, but 30 people said, I dig that, and click the subscribe button. That is a huge difference when a channel like mine is trying to grow and is as small. I'm a small creator. I'm not a big fish yet. So you really do make a difference when you pledge your support, when you help me out on the website, when you share my links. It really does help. I can't stress enough how grateful I am to everyone who helped out yesterday, and people who didn't, maybe today's the time for you to help out. Let's get started. Alright, we have, as you can see here in Chrome, a lot of things to get through. So I'm gonna do basically a couple seconds during each of the songs and then give a quick critique. If you'd like to hear all of these, the links are down below in the description. You can go check that out. I will put them in the order that they appear in the show. Some of these are tracks you've submitted from your own personal library of things you've created, and some of these tracks are songs you like. And there's a good mix of both, I believe, in this week's edition. David Letterman Bootleg version 2. The irony of the fact that I had to create a new SoundCloud account in order to download a track yesterday to put on the show is not lost on me. I realize how fucking funny that is. So I'm gonna go ahead and follow Gentle Mill. Again, this is not my this is just gonna be my personal listening account. I'm not gonna use it for anything to post my music or anything. Okay, so this was good. I'm gonna like that and repost it because fuck it. Let's see here. There's a big riser here. I was let down by the fact that it wasn't a bigger change in dynamics. There's not a huge shift in dynamics. What we have is the same phrase, or I think the same line maybe even. It might be a copy paste, but we have more sub range, and we have another larger pad synthesizer going on after the drop. So what I would suggest is to play around with silence a bit more to make the fact that the dynamic change is subtle more apparent. Depaul, Savan. This dude is blowing up right now. He's on the rise. You guys keep your eyes on this guy. Let's see what he's got today. here's a really good piece of advice for you. These are, this is 2 tracks. It's 1 minute and 57 seconds long, but you've got 2 very, very distinct sounds. You could easily cut it right in half and flesh out both of these things independently. You wouldn't need to add anything new to either. Just play around with the form a little bit and extend both of those. Stretch that material. Ogrzyak. Genre unknown. I think you need to turn down the, I think this photo's too bright. I think it's too bright. You gotta turn down the brightness a little bit. I'm being sarcastic, I can barely read it. This is like a 3D game on the Nintendo 64. Everything's so dark and there's so much fog going on. This is like Duke Nukem on the N64. Hold on. This hi-hat sounds like someone going, psst, hey, psst, listen, psst, listen. What? 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 There's clearly some very classic rock influenced chord progressions going on here because it kind of sounds like a Styx track. That's STYX for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. Go look up Styx. I'm gonna give you one piece of advice right now that'll change the whole song in terms of like making it better. You need to compress the kick drum a little bit. So look into parallel compression for that kick drum, and also look into sidechain compression for every other track. So basically what you're going to do is put a compressor on your kick drum that'll make it a little bit louder, all right, and give it a little bit more punch, maybe EQ it and bring out the 60 hertz range a bit. And then what you're going to do is put a compressor on every other track that doesn't boost or limit it, okay? And all those compressors are going to do are sidechain, right? Or basically duck the sounds relative to the loudness that you want your kick to be. So as your kick goes boom, boom, all the other tracks are going like this, just to make sure it comes out a little bit more, because this is some very very heavy 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of music, right? So you want that kick to really come out a lot. It reminds me of the Citadel theme from Mass Effect 1. Slovak ice cream truck. Is that the name of the band? What is this? I'm not buying ice cream from this ice cream truck. If this rolled through town playing this kind of music, I'd be like, no, I don't want any fingers in my ice cream. Only flavor ice cream is ice cream flavored potato. This is the kind of ice cream truck where you order ice cream from them and it's just a fucking potato in a waffle cone. You're like, what the fuck is this? And they're like, it is good potato, you like. Suddenly communism's a good idea. All right, David Hasselhoff. Is this like for real David Hasselhoff?
Hey, got a permit for those guns?
Yeah, it is for real.
Here.
What the fuck?
Permit denied.
Yo! True story. I've had a crush on this car since I was fucking little. This is a Lamborghini Countach 1990 Special Edition. I have always wanted one of these in white. Yo, dude. Fuck yeah, look at that car.
Dominoes falling, a devil is rising. If we're gonna make it like a true survivor, we need to.
Alright, I've never seen Kung Fury, but I'm going to now. I have to. Tom Vivi. Whoa! happiest music I've ever heard. Hey, it's Creative Commons. That's dope. Wow, you can't be mad after listening to that. Follow, like, and repost. Ah! Yo, what's up, Simo? July 17th, 2016. Oh, this is a year old. Almost exactly a year old. Wow. Let's see what you got, Simo. This is really good. Why don't you do stuff like this anymore? The stuff I hear lately is all this glitchy stuff. This is good, man. I don't get to say this very often. All right? So this is special. I don't get to say this very often. I need more highs. And actually I need the whole thing to be a little bit more loud. Which those are two things that I don't think I've ever said on the show before. So yeah. A little bit more highs from every instrument. I just think there's like a, do you have like a slope on an EQ on the master track or something that's kind of limiting things around 1500 hertz or something? No, not 1500, 15,000. There's a cutoff. I can kind of hear it. It sounds like it's being tapered off at a specific frequency range. Yeah, amp this up a little bit more, juice it a bit more, and give me a little bit more highs. And this is I can easily see this in a video game, like your final fight scene, you know, like in like when you're fighting the final boss in Final Fantasy. Like this would be dope, right? Huh. Ends with some piano. Cool stuff, man. The River from the album Exhale. He's got one of those voices that sounds like it's stuck in, like, you know, early alt rock, you know, like early Creed. Like it sounds like he really was a huge fan of Creed, but just never changed the vocal style after that, you know? Like, I've got a plan for Ramsey now. I'm on getting the show, GARDNSOUND 365, yeah. You know? I'm sorry. Cool, it's rock. I got nothing bad to say about it. I like the haircuts on these guys. They're all like, you know what, our hair is falling out, so let's just go ahead and beat it to the punch and just Euro Rantala new trio. Shit catapult. This is some real art right here, because they're going back and forth between like this phrase, right? So they have a refrain, they have a repeat, but then they're each taking solos doing the stereotypical thing that respective instrument does. Like they're playing on tropes of the instruments. This is art. It's also terrible. Like, but they're pulling it off really well. The guitarist wants to be part of Panic at the Disco, the keyboard player's a beatnik, it's cool. Really cool. Okay, so apparently Felix, the guy whose channel this is the beatboxer. Now we know. Cool, next. Saint Pepsi, enjoy yourself. I love Saint Pepsi. I've seen his newer stuff as Skylar Spence, which is really good too. So if you haven't heard that, go check that out. Because apparently the company Pepsi wasn't very happy that he was using the name Pepsi. Go figure. you want to imitate this style, here's what you do. You go find an old record that's got a cool, catchy something in it, and you slow it the fuck down, and you add some lo-fi drums, boom, you got Vaporwave. I'm a huge fan of Vaporwave. In fact, I've put out a couple of Vaporwave songs. One of the most freeing things to ever happen to music. Nirvana, Lithium. Dude, look how cut David Grohl was back in the day. Dude was a fucking monster. I would argue that Nirvana is way more influential and way more important to the progression of music overall than other groups that are as revered. For instance, the Beatles. I would say if you compared what Nirvana did to music to what the Beatles did to music side by side, you would see that Nirvana did more to change the shape of music than the Beatles did. When Nirvana initially came out, they didn't have anybody doing the same thing. There were imitators after the fact, but nobody was doing the same thing. When the Beatles were doing their thing, there were tons of other bands who were also doing things that were revolutionary in terms of music. It's just that the Beatles had more fans. Oh, too long didn't read, I don't like the Beatles. Thanks, Kurt Cobain. Rest in peace. Alright, Area 11, Heaven-Piercing Giga Drill. That must be a reference to Gurren Lagann, one of my favorite anime of all time. Oh, fuck yeah! That is not the voice I expected to come out of that guy. Can we watch this again? Just think about it. This is not what I expected to come out of this guy. Yeah, I bet I'd go see them live. I bet they're really good live. Doobie Brothers, What a Fool Believes. My mom is a fan of the Doobie Brothers. I don't know very much about them. Let's listen. Alright.
As she rises through her apology, everybody else would surely know who's watching her go.
That style of singing is just so 70s, man. You know what I'm saying? That disco era kind of falsetto, that that fucking who did that? Barry Gibb and the Bee Gees, right? Yeah. Maybe we should bring that back. Good stuff. All right, some Squarepusher. Coat hanger. Coat hanger is one of those weird words that to me looks like coat hanger. Just saying. For those of you who don't know who Squarepusher is an exotica artist, similar to Aphex Twin. It's a very strange type of electronic music, and some people would classify it as drum and bass, and some people would classify it as like highly experimental. But the technical term for this kind of music is exotica, just so you know. Yeah, if you're a fan of Aphex Twin, definitely give Squarepusher a look. He's kind of Aphex Twin's chiller cousin. Alright, Justice for St. Mary by Diablo Swing Orchestra. I'm not sure how, but somehow this is boring me. It's like there's nothing... It's the same thing over and over again. It's predictable. I don't know, it's just, this isn't very exciting. far too long. That took far too long to happen. 6 minutes and 42 seconds? Are you kidding yourself? I'm not listening to 8 minutes of parallel strings just to have a really weak payoff of some over-compressed drums. These drums sound like they are being slammed through a wall. That track tried too hard. Wow, guys, you've outdone yourself this time. This is funny. This is really funny. You got these 3 rave kids with inflatable hammers chasing down a hippie on a bike. This is great. 10 out of 10. Best song. Relax. Oh, this is the new guy that everybody's been raving over. He's on Mousetrap. I haven't heard of this guy yet, so let's check it out.
Just take a nice breath in. Relax.
Hey Bill, if you're watching, check it out. It's slow techno. Fucking called that shit, dude. Game over theme, original video game theme. Oh, this is from our new subscriber, James. Let's check it out. It's a tracker? Oh shit. Nice! That sounds like something straight out of Mega Man. And it's done in a tracker. Matt Carroll, are you watching this? This is impressive. Menu theme. Ah, here's another one from James. This is a guy who writes video game music who recently subscribed to our channel. I think it's rad. So dude, it's not a matter of if you will write a famous theme for a video game, it's when. And when you do, hit me up. I want to co-write it because I've been wanting to write video game music for years, man. And you've got an actual shot at it, and I would love to just ride on your coattails. So hit me up. Oh, check it out, new fucking Foster the People. I liked their track last week. Let's see what we got here. That new school funk. This is more what I would expect from Foster the People. Gonna look at the meters though, it's pretty smashed out. It's not very dynamic. I can hear that, it's pretty noisy. We all know how I feel about noisy music. Tokyo Hotel durch den Monsoon. Through the monsoon. Why is it Japanese but also there's German in the title, but also the guy's name is Diego. I'm really confused. I'm super confused right now. Nope, definitely German. It's like German nu metal? What is this? It's got those big octaves like Linkin Park does. I like it. Alright, last one. Grand Looks Tours. This was submitted by Dylan Moses. Hey Dylan.
Here we go!
super dope. Story time. I used to own a VW van, and I miss it. I was thinking about it last night. I miss my fucking bus. I used to put the surfboard on top of that and go surfing in Charleston, and it was like some of the best moments of my entire life. And I suddenly miss Charleston and all of my Charleston people, and I will visit you guys soon. I will visit you guys. For those of you who don't know, I'm not an Atlanta native. I moved here 2 years ago. I used to live in Charleston, South Carolina, and sometimes I miss it, especially in the summer when it's like fucking. I miss the beach. I miss the saltiness in the air. I miss surfing. I miss girls in sundresses and bikinis. Whether or not that's appropriate, it's attractive. I miss it. It's an attractive place. It's a beautiful place, and the people are friendly, and the food is good, and it's and sadly now it's overcrowded and over touristed and visited it, but it's just this brings me back to Charleston. I miss it. Oh, and the palmetto trees. Yeah, man. That was some serious chill wave. That's it for coffee time today. Thank you for tuning in. As always, my name is Gardner, and I will see you tomorrow.